Here's how to answer the most common job interview question. Tell me about a time when you led a team. What's good, team? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Coach Roundtree. On this channel, I post interview tips and career advice to help you elevate your game. Today's video is all about the most common job interview question. Tell me about a time when you led a team. And 100% of all the job interviews I've been on the last 20 years, I get the same question. Tell me about a time when you led a team. It is the most common job interview question, and I want to break down the best way to answer that and also provide you a sample answer. You might be asking, Coach, well, how do I respond to that question? And why are they even asking me that type of question? I'm glad you asked. So here's what companies have done. They've done a lot of research on how to interview candidates. And what they found is that the best way to predict how you're going to do the job is to look at your prior experience. So they came up with this concept called behavioral interview questions. These are interview questions that are hopefully going to prompt you to share a scenario that shows how you're going to respond in a typical situation. So you'll get questions like, tell me about a time when you led a team. Tell me about a time when you failed. What did you do? Tell me about a time when you managed conflict. Tell me about a time you went above and beyond for a customer. These are all these behavioral interview questions. How you respond to this question during the interview with the scenario is likely how you're going to respond in the real world when you're doing the job. So let's break down the STAR method. STAR stands for situation, task, action, result. It has been proven to be the best way to answer job interview questions. In fact, when I interviewed for Amazon years ago, that was the whole play. Behavioral interview questions. This is one of the top companies in the world. They used it to interview me, and I had STAR method answers to those questions. So, situation, you want to talk about what exactly is the game that you were playing? What is the whole scope of what you were trying to do? Task, what did you have to accomplish in that scenario? Action, what actions did you take to solve that problem? And then results, what ended up happening in that situation? And then how did you actually add value? All right, team. So during the interview, the hiring manager says, Marcus, tell me about a time when you led a team. Here's how I would answer it. While working at company XYZ, I was a loyalty marketing manager responsible for acquiring new signups for our loyalty program. As we approach the Q4 season, we noticed a big decline in member signups compared to our forecast. I need to determine the root cause and solve this problem. The first action I took was to collaborate with my design, technology, and email marketing team to understand how we're communicating to potential customers. I also wanted to uncover if there was any bugs in our app or on our website that may be blocking a customer from signing up. And I also wanted to look at how we're communicating and talking about the brand in terms of our email, digital display, and other advertising. The end result was I was able to uncover there was actually a bug in our app and on our website that wasn't letting users to click that submit button to sign up for the email program. So I worked with my technology team to solve that bug. And then from there, we saw an increase in our member signups 15% week over week once we resolved this issue. Team, whenever you have a job interview, the best way to prepare to answer those questions is to use the STAR method. Situation, task, action, result. 99.9% of all companies use behavioral interview questions. And you use the STAR method to answer those common questions. Like, tell me about a time when you led a team. Tell me about a time when you failed. Tell me about a time when you went above and beyond for a customer. Or tell me about a time you used data to solve a problem. If you're not preparing for your job interview with the STAR method, you're hustling backwards. Add that to your game. Let me know what you think in the comments. And also, I need your help. Give this video a thumbs up so more people can find this content, and subscribe so you'll be the first to know whenever I drop new content. Hope this was helpful, and I'll see you next time.